All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, by this time tomorrow, we will be facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs in M&T Bank Stadium. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be vibing. You know, that stadium has not had a full stadium of fans since the 2019 divisional round loss against the Titans in the playoffs. So, it's been a long time. I know the fans are excited to be back in that stadium. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be rocking. The energy is going to be there. And it should be an interesting game. Now, of course, I've spoken on this, but man, this game tomorrow, man, I'm not exactly sure if we can be able to pull off this win. Now, of course, it's any given Sunday, so you never know what's going to happen. And it is possible for the Ravens to win this game. Like I said in the preview, the offense and the defense needs to do specific things. For the offense, they need to do four major things. One, the offensive line needs to protect Lamar Jackson and give him time to throw the football. Two, the running game needs to be prominent in this game because Kansas City's run defense isn't the best. That is something Baltimore is going to need to exploit throughout this game. So running the ball is going to be major for them. Three, they got to get this passing game going, and they got to test out the secondary of the Chiefs. Now, we got to see some of the pass game in week one, and honestly, when you take a look at the film, if Lamar's tackles were able to actually block for him in that game, he would have done a whole lot better in the pass game than what he actually displayed out there. When you're getting pressured on 54% of your dropbacks, it's difficult to be able to get anything going downfield. So when he had a clean pocket, when he was getting protected, he was doing damage. So hopefully he'll be able to display that tomorrow night. But that is another thing they have to do. And most importantly, they have to make sure they do not turn the ball over. They have to play a clean game. You do not want to give extra possessions to Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs offense. Look at what happened to the Browns in week one. They were playing a perfect game. They were dominating. They had the lead. But those turnovers completely changed the game. It completely changed the game. You cannot turn the ball over against the Kansas City Chiefs. So offense, make sure you protect Lamar. Test that secondary with the pass game. Make sure the run game is prominent and do not turn the ball over. As for the defense, they have the harder job here. For the most part, what they need to do is they have to find a way to pressure Patrick Mahomes with the four-man rush. That's the number one thing because you cannot blitz this dude. Now, Wink Martindale loves the blitz. He's probably going to whip up a couple of blitzes in this game, so we got to be prepared for that, but for the most part, you don't want to blitz Mahomes. Mahomes will eat your defense alive if you blitz him the whole game. It will be a very quick game. It will be a blowout if you choose to blitz Mahomes. So we've got to find the way to pressure this guy with the four-man rush. Now, that is something the Ravens have not been able to do against any team in a long time. Put pressure with the four-man rush. The Ravens haven't been able to do that. Hell, we see they're struggling to get to the quarterback even when they're blitzing. They're blitzing and they still can't get to the quarterback. Imagine that. They're struggling to generate pressure even though they blitz more than any other team in the league. That's not a good thing. So they got to figure it out. This is the only way. You cannot get to Mahomes blitzing. You have to be able to generate a four-man rush. You got to generate pressure with a four-man rush. Simple as that. That is something Baltimore's going to need to figure out tomorrow night. That's the only way. If they blitz Mahomes, it's going to be very quick because those weapons with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and when you give Hardman a chance, you give Pringle a chance, those guys will kill you. No question. So that's the number one thing they got to figure out. The number one thing, get to Mahomes and generate pressure with the four-man rush. And of course, the second thing they got to do is make sure you don't let Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce go off. If Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill have amazing games, if they have the performance they had in week one, oh, you can throw this away. They have the performance they had in week one, we're getting blown out. So this secondary has got to figure out how to stop those two. They struggled to stop Darren Waller, so I'm scared as to what's going to happen when you're dealing with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. If they don't figure that part out, they're going to get destroyed tomorrow. And of course, one thing they have to do that they haven't been able to do over the last couple years, they have to force Mahomes to turn the ball over. The only time they were able to do that was in 2018, and that was the closest game we had with them. That defense was doing a great job against Mahomes. They were making stops, And most importantly, they forced him to turn the ball over, so they took away a possession from him. Now, of course, had the defense held up on 4th and 9, that would have been a victory right there. But it is what it is. However, the last 2 years, 2019, couldn't force a turnover. 2020, couldn't force a turnover. And in both those games, Mahomes has cooked our defense and has ripped our secondary apart. They've got to figure it out tonight. Not tonight. They got to figure it out tomorrow night. They've got to put it together. Well, yeah, figure out a game plan tonight because you're playing them tomorrow night. Figure something out tonight as to how you're going to handle that situation. You know, the final thing you got to put together. Figure that out tonight. Get ready. And tomorrow night, you got to execute on whatever plan you come up with. Because, again, it's not going to be easy. Offense, I believe in what the offense can do. They just need to protect Lamar Jackson. So they'll be able to be effective if they can protect Lamar Jackson. That's a huge if. Because right now, with the way the offensive line played in week 1, it was bad. And considering Stanley might not even play in this game, which I think is a huge possibility, you're already going into another situation where it's going to be bad. Obviously, they'll probably just move Villanueva to left tackle and put in Makari at right tackle, and then they'll just figure that part out. But yeah, if this offensive line can't protect Lamar Jackson, there's nothing he can do. So that's the number one thing the offense needs to focus on. But the defense has the hardest job here because they have to find a way to pressure Mahomes with a 4-man rush, and they got to find a way to force him to turn the ball over. Because if they cannot take away possession from Mahomes and they cannot get to him, he's going to be in that pocket, and I'm telling you, he's going to carve up our defense the entire night. So we got to figure something out, guys. We have got to figure something out defensively. Put a game plan together to deal with this. Do not blitz this man. I repeat, do not blitz this man. Please don't blitz this man. I'm not saying you should go the whole game without blitzing him once. Obviously, there are going to be times where you're going to have to blitz him. But if you're going to generate pressure like that and you're going to blitz, it can't be all the time. Okay? With the rate we blitz is too much. The fact that we ran a cover 0 on Monday Night Football on 17% of our defensive snaps, that's insanity. Can you imagine running a cover 0 against Mahomes? Do you understand the type of big plays that are going to come out of that? Derek Carr carved up our defense for 435 passing yards. That defense gave up over 500 yards of offense and 30-plus points. If you're going to give that up to Derek Carr in the Raiders offense that has one actual weapon, what do you think is going to happen when you look at Kansas City where they have multiple weapons? So yeah, the guys are going to have to step up, no question. But most importantly, they have to execute on these things. They got to force him to turn the ball over. They've got to find a way to slow down Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. And they have to get to Mahomes while generating a 4-man rush. They cannot blitz this dude. So the defense has a lot of work cut out for them in this game. But if they can pull that off, they'll have a good chance. I don't think we're going to win this game. I've been very objective with this. However, tomorrow night, I'll be here rooting for the Ravens. I have all the faith and belief in them being able to give themselves a chance to win. And at that point, we'll see what happens. I do not believe it's going to be a blowout. I hope it's not a blowout. But I could see Mahomes and the Chiefs just going down on one final drive to put them ahead. I think I had us losing in my prediction like 35-24, but I also said it could be a lot more closer like that, like 35-28 or 35-31, right around there. But I still see us losing in that area. We may be able to keep it close, but I don't know if we can pull it off. But I hope they prove me wrong because, again, that's me being an objective fan. I was objective with this. As an objective fan, or as somebody who's analyzing and talking about the game here, I had to be objective, and I gave my prediction. Now, as a Ravens fan, I hope that doesn't come to fruition. I want to see the Ravens win this game. It would be so satisfying to beat the Chiefs because we haven't beaten them in a long time. I said it was 2012. That was a mistake. The last time we've beaten Kansas City was in 2010, and I believe that was in the playoffs. So it has been over a decade since we've beaten this team. Something's got to change, man. We got to beat this team. We have to beat this team. Most importantly, you got to beat Mahomes. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And this is the best team in the AFC. We've got to find a way to beat this team tomorrow night. So we'll see what happens. It should be an interesting game. I don't know what's going to occur tomorrow night. It's going to be crazy. That stadium's going to be rocking. And again, I'm just going to hope for the best. I'll be watching tomorrow night. Obviously, I'm going to be doing my live stream if I'm able to. But yeah, we'll just see what happens tomorrow, man. We got to find a way to beat this team. As an objective fan, I don't see how we're going to win this game. But No, I don't see us winning this game, but I do see how we can win this game, as I pointed out. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully the Ravens can get the win. It would be so satisfying to be able to beat this Chiefs team, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, that's all I got. I will see you guys tomorrow for Sunday football. And of course, Ravens flock, I will see you tomorrow night for this Sunday night football matchup against the Chiefs. Until then, peace out.